Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. How you doing? It's almost Halloween. Did you have a good weekend? It's really chilly here in the Northwest. We had a 30-degree change in temperature. Welcome to Northern Illinois. If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes and it's going to change. So, we all know the story that Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. He was a junior, I think, and everybody could see his talent, but his attitude was terrible, and his high school coach cut him. Now, the really interesting thing about that was his mother's response when that happened. You know, if you've watched the documentary on the Bulls, you see some about Michael's mother. But if you watch the Netflix movie done about Nike and their Air Jordan contract and the contract with Michael, you get to learn a lot more about Michael's mom and the role that he played, the role that she played in his life. And it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. It's a great show. Ben Affleck directed it, and his buddy Matt Damon is in it. It's a wonderful movie. I think it's just called Air. But when Michael got cut from his high school basketball team, his mom didn't call the coach. She didn't call the athletic director. She didn't call the principal of the school and complain about how talented her son was. She looked at her son and she said, well, you better get in the gym and you better figure it out. And so he went back to the coach and said, why did you cut me? I'm the most talented player on the team. And he said, you are the most talented player on the team, but you're the least valuable player on the team because you don't know how to play the game. You don't know how to play the game. You don't know how to be a team player. You're great at scoring and you can go score points, but you won't play as a team with the team. You won't play defense. And the coach said, if you come and practice with me every day, then I guarantee that you're going to be a starter and I guarantee that you're going to get a full ride, Division I full ride. And Michael did it. And he did get a Division I full ride to North Carolina. And if you watch Michael when he played in the pros, and I had the pleasure of seeing him play a number of games, he was the greatest team player. He got everybody else in his team involved before he went and got his points. And he also was a tremendous defensive player. People don't talk about how strong the defense was of the Chicago Bulls back then when they were in their heyday. Most of those games they won like 84-76. They didn't win games 140-130. You got one shot on offense, and usually it was a bad shot, and you never got the rebound because Dennis Rodman and Bill Cartwright were underneath. And they played incredibly hard and aggressive defense, something Michael learned from that high school coach and demanded of all of his players. He was as demanding as his mother was of him. So his mom made him stronger by telling him, you got to go figure this out. You know, I remember when I was in high school, and as you can imagine, high school and I didn't get along very well. And I got into disagreements with my teachers quite often. And there was a day where I got into a disagreement with the teacher and I was right. And the teacher was being ridiculous and didn't make any sense. So I'm, as usual, in the dean's office, and my dad has to come in, which I knew annoyed him because it meant that he missed work. And he still kicked my ass. And as we were leaving, I looked at him and I said, that teacher was wrong. I was right. And he says, yeah, that's right. And I go, well, why didn't you back me? And he goes, look, you think that's the last unreasonable person that you're going to have to deal with in your life? You're going to have to deal with unreasonable teachers. You're going to have to deal with unreasonable judges. So you better figure out how to do it now without just getting into a fight with them, because that's not going to help you. Don't get into a fight with somebody that has infinitely more power over you than you have over them. It was a hard lesson that I learned again in college when a group of us did get into a fight with a teacher and we were right. And guess what? We lost and the teacher won. And then I learned that lesson solidified in my brain. We need to go through these difficult things in order to come out the strongest people that we're supposed to be. We've used the diamond metaphor. I love that metaphor. A diamond is a lump of coal that went through enough pressure that it becomes not only the hardest substance on earth, but one of the most beautiful when it's polished and cut right. So we got to go through these difficult times in order to become that diamond that's on the other end. And we got to do the same for the people that are around us. You know, you can't get around a difficult time. You got to go through it. Whatever you've got going on in your life that isn't what you want, which is always something, there's always some area that we need to work on, relationships, money, health, business, whatever it is. There's always an area that needs to be worked on. That's never ending. Well, when we've got one of those areas and you're at a difficult spot, don't look for the easy way out, because it doesn't exist. And if you do find an easy way out, more often than not, you're going to have to deal with that problem again. If your problem is your health, there's no quick fix. There's no quick fix. There's no magic pill. You know, I know now there's a drug that makes it so that you don't want to eat. Okay. But if all you do is starve yourself, are you going to be healthier? You'll be thinner, but are you going to be healthier? Are you going to be vibrant? Are you going to have energy? The answer is no. You still got to eat the right stuff. If you only take in 800 calories a day, but it's McDonald's and Fritos, you are not going to be healthy. So the only way to get past something difficult is to get through it. And the best lessons that we've all learned in our life are times when we went through something difficult and came out on the other side. Those are also the successes that we're the most proud of. So as we start Monday, go attack the thing that you're putting off. Go through the problem that you know you've needed to deal with for a long period of time, but you've just kept putting it off because you don't want to, because it's uncomfortable. Life begins at the end of our comfort zone. So let's start it right now today. So I'm going to say good morning to everybody. Mr. Joe Hobel down in Florida, always on. Valerie, always on. Thank you so much. Justin, great to see you. Mr. Dakin, my brother, how are you? I hope you did well hunting this weekend. Tammy, so great to see you. Great outfit. I saw your Halloween costume. I thought you looked just like her. Tony Edler, it's so wonderful to have you on. Brandon, my neighbor, great to see everybody. And Carolyn, truly honored when people hop on. I hope that you get value. Put something in the comment box. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.